In the ancient art of street cryptography, one must become your own shadow. You must remain undetected, so the people you're witnessing will remain natural and not act for the camera. Hey, peace. Hi, Mom.
All I want is the perfect camera. All I want is the perfect camera.
So I took the DJI Pocket 3 out with the anamorphic filter for another little street film. I think it's my favorite, although the phone is gaining traction with the 960 frames per second. It's just, I took that as well out on my way back, so that'll be another video. A lot of times I post these shots and people, you street photography snobs, are like, oh my God, this guy doesn't know what he's doing. Look at the composition. That's the difference between street photography and the creeptography that I do. I'm looking for interesting people. That's the main thing. Whereas you're looking for interesting landscapes, and then any old Joe walks by, oh, I got this person in my shot. You'll wait for a grandfather with a cane. It's like, wow, man, that was epic, huh? Like, you're better. Your shots were better with your mind. And then doing this, you'd probably get some stuff, but it's a very different thing. Like, you're waiting like a stalker. You're the real creep in the bushes. You're just, there's a scene, okay, I'll wait. And then like no one's coming by, and then finally someone, and you settle because they're boring. Whereas me, I just see someone, oh wow, look at that coat. Interesting colors. So let me play you a little montage of what we got. Some nice little film look creator on there. Black bars. The beauty was ours today. You know, as much as I want to bring my full frame setup for this and, oh, Canon Color Science, it's just such a big ass thing. It's such a hassle. Like, this is, no one sees it. Man, you're just pointing. Like, if I do this to you, what are you thinking? Like, oh, what's he doing? Why is he holding it? That's weird. What is that thing? Oh, well, whatever. If they even look over here, like, I can be so close to people and just like it, they don't see it. They don't register it. Like, I'm being filmed. They're just so natural. I mean, sure, I could plan my shots better, but like, it's a very different thing. I'm just skating through a street and waiting till I see people. It's like, oh, she looked interesting. She was smiling a lot until I filmed her. This lady was like, oh my God, ripped jeans and blonde hair. Oh, she's in the shade. Oh, what a terrible shot. Like, sure, I don't know what I'm doing. Orange shirt, oh my God, press record. It's just a man trying to work off his dinner. This guy had an interesting shirt. I was like, wow, you're Africanized. Look at you. A lot of street photographers go out at night. That's when like things are happening, people are hip, they're drinking, and all the lights of your city. It's like, ooh, neon lights, look at this. Wow, you find like an interesting looking store and you're looking for shadows and like all kinds of interesting lines and compositions, and then you wait for the person. Whereas me, I make you a movie star. You are the show. Whereas in a street photographer, the background is the show. The scene is more important. They're basically a landscape photographer, hiding. Whereas me, I look for naked men running and I film them. And they run, and the women ignore them, even though they're fit. It doesn't matter. I should have walked on the sunny side of the street. I see that now. This guy was putting on his coat, and I was like, wow, that's a movie. That's basically a movie. This woman bringing her mother flowers for Mother's Day. Wow, that's so beautiful. Oh, there she is. That's not racist. They're probably the same flowers, basically. That's definitely her mother. I just look for interesting people. This woman scared me a little bit. I don't know, she was searching for something illegal, most likely, but I have compassion for her. This woman had a lamp. I was like, wow, you have a lamp. Shade, I mean. Hope it fits. And yes, these are all the rejects that didn't make it into my official music video. That's what we do here. We discuss the after effects, the extras of the ball. Well, she could have made it, but I thought I had way too many women in my shots today. I don't know, that's how it happens sometimes. I'm not always looking, it's just women seem to stand out. It's like, oh wow, look at her. Men are boring usually, but sometimes you get someone with some fashion sense. I don't care about fashion myself, obviously. I just wear my own t-shirts. I'm very basic bitch, just track pants all the time outside in the summer. So like I appreciate, ironically, when people like have a certain look to them and they put in effort and it's like, oh wow, look at that spiky hair and mohawk or weird colors. And it's like, cool, let me film you. And for those wondering why I don't shoot 4K 120, here it is. I figured I would try it. It's nice because you can actually use D-Log M in 4K 120, whereas HD 240 takes you out. You're just regular mode, so that sucks. But it's just not quite as magical. It's just not as slow. You get a guy spinning a mop, that could have been a movie right there, and it's not. It's just a little scene. And this woman, that could have been the greatest hair toss in the history. And she looks over at me, suspicious of nothing, because the camera's so tiny, just like my, oh no. And that's why Panasonic has no place in our realm. They don't autofocus in the slowest slow-mo. They lead the industry with 300 frames per second, and whoops. I would love to try it, but imagine that, the suspicion of just like trying to actually I've done it on a 135mm lens, and I had to manually focus, and I got some shots, but it was like the worst experience ever, where it's like just pointing this, zooming by, that's life. But Panasonic, my God. We could have Leica glass with 300 frames per second and you rob me of it. We all know that S1H2 is not having any autofocus in their higher frame rates. That's Panasonic's thing. It's just like, sorry, locked. 4K 120 has no subject detect, no animal eye detect, or human. I'm a human. And then it just gets worse from there on out. So I'm gonna head on out soon and try it with this. I've probably already uploaded that video. The Fuji XS20 with the Siryu anamorphic. Oh my goodness, we'll try some different film sims, and that should be fun times. Nothing will be in focus. That's pain. But the next video I've already filmed on the phone, another 960 frames per second, and there was just a couple moments that would have been so good, but I mistapped the record button. I hate phones so much. Whereas this, it's just always right there. You know you pressed it. Whereas like I tapped, there was a pigeon that flew by me. I was like, oh my God. And I got it perfectly and I mistapped it. And I was like, no. Could have had 960 pigeons. Man, so we'll never get it back. It's an amazing genre. I said genre. You misheard. It's very ethical. Everybody signed a release form because I don't have to, you morons. So your task is clear, manufacturers. HD 240 is already the baseline. Work on improving the look of it and removing moire and just make it nicer, full autofocus capabilities. Have it look almost, if not as good as regular 1080p 24 frames per second. That's your first task. Next would be upping it to 480 frames per second. Can't wait for that to happen. If you could give me bursts of 1,000 frames per second, I'd be happy. It doesn't have to record for more than 4 seconds. That's all I need. I see some, boom. That's an eternity. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a whole film. You probably skipped ahead during that, it was so long. 4 seconds, I could capture everything. So we're done. Thank you for something. The Bitcoin, mainly. No one ever donates, but that's fine. Subscribe for more than I was saying.